Hi everybody, thanks for checking out my review for this E-Table 18,000 milliamp 600 amp portable jump starter. I actually was really excited to get this because I had an experience, I'd say, well, several months ago, where my wife was driving to a different state and she called me because they stopped to make a rest stop and the car battery was dead. And so we pay for roadside assistance, which is great, except for when we called, they said, yeah, we'll be there in an hour to 2 hours. So she's sitting there in a parking lot with my two kids, no way to start the car, no air conditioning. This was driving to Arizona. So it was lots of fun. There was nothing I could do because I was at work. I work at a hospital. I wasn't able to get out to be able to do anything about it. So I do keep jumper cables in the car. I was like, okay, see if you can find somebody. So it took her about a half hour, but she was able to find somebody to let her use their car so that she could jump it. Looking at it, I mean, that's scary. It's scary for your wife or your kids to be, or yourself to be stranded somewhere, especially if it's, in an empty parking lot somewhere. So I decided to try this out. I'm super impressed with it. I haven't tried it to jump a car, but I will here because I've been draining the battery in my car to kind of give it a shot and see how well it jumps. I mean, I killed the battery. Look at the things I do for you guys. I don't recommend doing that because you can actually damage your battery prematurely if it dies too many times. This one's still under warranty, so I decided to give it a shot, just so I could show you guys if it works or not. But before we do that, I want to show you a couple things. One of the things is, it comes in this really nice case. This case can slide in. I mean, if you have a big enough glove box, you can put it in there, but I can fit it underneath my car seat or in your trunk. So it comes in a really nice, it's a hard case, keep everything protected. But what I really love are all of these accessories. So this is the one to jump your car, and I'll show you how to use that. This is just to charge it. You can charge it in your car once you're started again. These are all different adapters to charge everything pretty much that you need. I'll show you those in a sec. This one here is to charge the battery pack itself, and then this is a little multi-cable that can charge. It's got a micro USB and then the Lightning and the Apple connectors. As far as the power options that you have, this one right here, that's where you plug in the jump starter when you need it. This one right here is a 5 volt 2 amp. This is a 5 volt 2.4 amp. So if your phone can handle fast charging, it can do that. And then these are cool. This is the 12 volt 10 amp and the 19 volt 3.5 amp. So I'm not going to show you that it can charge a phone because really any battery pack out there can charge a phone. What I wanted to show you though is that it can actually charge a laptop. I have a pretty decent sized laptop. It's not a small laptop. And it runs, there we go. Move some of this stuff out of the way. It actually runs 19 volts and 4.5 amps is what the power supply takes for it. So this is 3.5 amps. So I really wasn't expecting it to be able to charge, but it can. So it comes with this cable here, this kind of universal cable. You take whatever adapter fits your item off of there, just plug it right into the back here. Then I'm going to plug it right back here. I'm going to plug it right here into this piece here. See if I can fit, I might not be able to fit everything in. Maybe if I put it around, there we go. All right, so what I want to show you is, we're going to do the power. So you can, actually, you know what, that's not close enough. So let's take this off and take a look. All right, so you have the power, 71%. All you do is click this button here. When you click that, you're going to see the lights turn on right there. And then now we're charging. It's amazing. Just to prove that I'm not being sneaky, there's the power cable there that goes directly into the box itself. So super nice to be able to charge that if you need to, pretty much in any emergency situation. This little battery pack is the thing to have. All right. Last thing that's really nice, it has this flashlight. All you do is hold it on. Flashlight turns on, and then it cycles through the modes. You have strobe. If you're out changing a tire, you can put that down and get some attention. I wouldn't, maybe not the strobe, but this is SOS. I don't know if anybody still uses that, but you have a flashlight so that you're not stuck in the dark. Obviously, that's the point of any flashlight. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but I love this. I love this little box. So the last test that I have to put it through is to go out to the car and see if it jumps, if it'll actually jump my car. The car battery that I use is a 700 amp battery. So we'll see if the box can jump a battery that's a little higher rated than what it's rated. This is rated for 600 amps. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, welcome back. So full disclosure, this is actually the second time that I did this process because I did it before, started it up, everything worked great, and I realized I wasn't recording on the camera, so that was awesome. So I killed the battery again. Don't do that. Don't kill your battery just to test this, or if you do, don't blame me for it because you can really do permanent damage to your battery. The only reason I am is because I promised you that I would show you that this thing works. And I was actually pretty impressed with it. So anyway, we're back here at the car. I want to show you it is completely dead. There is nothing, no lights on there, nothing. All right. So before you jump your car, make sure that your air conditioner's off, your lights are off. Double check your lights up top, make sure everything is off. See, look, even with the door open, that does not turn on because it is dead. So to make this thing work, all you're gonna have to do is really plug this in. You just plug everything in together. So you can see right here that the bottom is flat on that top piece there. So you're going to just match up the piece here. See the flat piece with that flat piece. See if I can do it one-handed. Push it all the way down, and you can see it flashing. So that's saying that it's ready. Before we go on, I want to show you that this is a 700 cold cranking amp battery, 875 amp cranking amps when it's not cold. So it is a little more juice than this thing's rated for, but didn't have any problem starting it before. So to connect it, red to red, black to black. I have noticed though, the first time I did this, I waited a long time. All right, so now it clicks. Once you have that clicked, go and start the car. If you wait too long, it'll come up with an error right here. That'll turn red because it's just saying, hey, you left your thing connected. So it actually protects itself by shutting that off. Then you have to disconnect everything, reconnect it, and then start your car. So if it doesn't start the first time, it's probably because you were sitting here chatting like I was and waiting way too long, and it shut itself off. So anyway, all right, so you can see lights are on, which is awesome. And lights just went off, which means I think, yeah, so nothing happened there. So I talked too long. So I'm going to, and it's good because I wanted to show you that happens. And you can see that has an error on it. So what I'm gonna do is just disconnect everything. I'm gonna reconnect it. And then when I connect it again, I'm not gonna wait so long. I'm not gonna be sitting here chatting forever. I'm just gonna go start the car. It's a lot harder to do with one hand. It wants to run away. All right, so back to the flashing lights. I always do the red first because if you ground it out with the black, you have the potential to arc. So I do the red. Always make sure that it's on. Try to get it as close on the probe as you can, or sorry, the terminal, not on the end there. All right, so red lights off, ready to jump. We're not going to waste all of our time goofing around. All right, so everything looks good. Starts up. Perfect. So that's all there is to it. As long as you don't wait so long that it protects itself. Yeah, now my car's all mad because I killed the battery. System check. As long as you don't wait so long that the jumper actually turns itself off to protect itself, it jumps just fine. And if it does, now you know the fix to it, so you're not going to be wondering what the heck is going on. Like I said, that was actually the second time I jumped this car with the same battery. Did not charge it in between. It started great. I mean, that was you saw how easy it was, and this was a completely dead battery. So I was super, super impressed with it. Oh, I do want to show you something. So once the car starts, now you see it beeping because it's saying, hey, I'm still connected. And it doesn't want to be connected. Again, that error is the self-protection mode that it does. Same with the alarm. You disconnect it, everything's turned off, and it still works. So it does have a lot of the self protection just to make sure it doesn't short itself out. Let me close the door. Just so that it doesn't short itself out. And I'll show you that it still works. Lights still work. Flashlight still works. And my car is running. So all in all, this, I mean, look at that thing. That is so, it's so small to be able to jump a car without any trouble at all. I am wildly impressed by this little battery box. The versatility, above all, it's something that will help you to not be stranded, which in my book is worth any price that you have to pay. But it is reasonably priced, and it does what it says it will do. I can't find any problems with it at all. Very impressed, and so I give it one of the most emphatic 5 stars that I've given in a long time, because this is my new favorite little toy. Pick one up, don't get stranded. I love it.